Okay, so today I'm pretty excited because I'm driving a vehicle that I've always wanted to drive. I'm a bit of a history buff, particularly World War I and World War II, so a World War II Jeep is right up my alley. And this is Jim, and Jim owns this fine machine. He's going to take us for a tour around.
Good morning. Good morning, my pleasure.
Shall we start with the front? So what year is this?
This is a 1944.
1944. So it's a genuine World War II era.
It is. This one was made by Willys Overland, the Jeep company. Although at that point of time, Ford was actually helping out because Jeep just couldn't keep up with the demand for the war.
Yeah, they made just about as many, didn't they?
Yes,
or more.
they did. Yeah.
650,000 of these made?
657,000 were made by 1945. The military wanted one vehicle for every 4 enlisted men. And by 1945, they seem to have met that quota.
And this was the winning bid for a military light transport mostly because of the engine, wasn't it?
Because of the engine,
yes.
Because of the 4-cylinder engine. It's very fuel economical, and it's very simple. It's a flathead, so that if someone has some basic mechanical knowledge, they can repair this in the field. They can repair it with very simple tools and very simple parts.
And 60 horsepower was an enormous amount back there, wasn't it?
It was, but it's got an 800-pound payload capacity, and also be able to carry 4 infantrymen with all their gear. So,
and of course, true four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel drive. It's got high and low range, and you can flip it in and out of 4 and 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive. So that if you're traveling on the roads, if you're traveling from one country to another, you can just flip it into 2-wheel drive.
So the bulk of this is original gear, isn't it? Is that a gas tank under the driver's seat?
That is.
Wow.
That is.
Living dangerously.
That makes sure that the driver is going to play safe and not go too crazy. Yeah.
Is that one gas tank, or is
that's one gas tank?
There's another one? No, that's it.
That's it.
Wow.
That's your 15-gallon gas tank.
Right.
You have your supplemental gas, your 5-gallon jerry can in the back there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, and you've got a trailer as well.
I do.
Let me,
like I said, I like taking the kids down the road with it. And it's, might not be OSHA approved.
Yeah. So this trailer is a World War II trailer, or is it?
No, this one's actually from the mid-60s. This one's from the Vietnam era.
Yep.
But the body is basically the same. The only difference that they made between the World War II era and the Vietnam era is the World War II would have had rounded fenders on it.
Yeah, and it's really held on tight there. Double chains.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's got its own brake.
It does. Makes that very handy.
Nice.
Its own wiring harness.
Yep.
It has drum brakes on it.
Yep. I see, yes, and its own wiring.
Yep.
Oh yes, so let's talk about the lights before we jump inside. Let's look at the front here, because the lights are interesting, aren't they?
The lights are interesting. Well, first off, it's a 6-volt system. It's not a 12-volt system.
Oh, okay.
And then
how very British.
And it does have, regular headlights that when I do drive it at night, that we can go with those.
Yep.
But the military kind of frowned on using that because they didn't want to give away their positions at nighttime. So they put these blackout lights in. They're very, very dim.
Right.
You've got
so they're just pointing down, are they?
It's just pointing down, and it's got this hood on top of it so that the enemy could not see them from up above. And then we have some very small blackout lights here.
Right.
And I got to be honest with you, I have driven this at nighttime with the blackout lights, and I can't see where I'm going.
Right. I
have to cheat and put the real lights back on.
And the steering?
Steering is a manual steering.
Yes. It's very tractor-like steering, isn't it?
Yes. So
yep.
So
is there a bit of play in there?
Not much play.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty tight.
That's cool.
But the tire tread is what they call a non-directional wheel, so it doesn't matter which way the tire goes on.
Okay.
And it was meant to give you to drive it on the road and then also into dirt. But the problem is you just end up riding on this rib here, And you have to drive this with 2 hands on the wheel.
Okay.
She's going to want to wobble when you head down the road.
All right, we'll jump in and we'll go over the controls and take her for a spin.
Love to.
Okay, so here we are. It's pretty comfortable here, isn't it? It's not too bad. It's a bit of a dream for me. I'm so excited to drive this.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
So let's go over the controls. Let's start from left to right.
So right on the left there is your headlight switches for all of your lights. So if you tried to turn that, you cannot actually turn it.
I can turn it to the left.
You can turn it to the left, and those are for your blackout lights.
Oh, okay.
To the right is your regular headlights, and those lock out unless you hit exactly with the thumb.
So you don't accidentally turn them on and give your position away.
Yes, let's not get bombed today.
That's cool.
So,
and what's this guy? This is
that's going to be our choke, and then we have a manual throttle, so you can forego.
Oh, so you could set a speed. It's like a cruise
control. Yes. I think they could have been the original cruise control.
So cool. And what about this guy?
So that's our main power on and off.
Yep. And panel lights.
And that's going to turn on our headlight, our panel lights here.
And it's just on and off.
It's just on and off. And these are just little incandescent bulbs that come down from here that shine down.
Right.
On us.
And it's showing a pretty impressive speed.
Yeah, we're flying right about now.
Already.
Yeah, we have to modify that a little bit.
So it's supposed to have a top speed of 60 miles an hour. Have you ever done that?
No, I think I've hit 40 on the good day.
And rest of the gauges, and this is the parking brake.
That's our parking brake that we pull out there.
Nice. And then we've got a range of gear levers down here.
We have our gear levers right there, sure. So she's got a 3-speed.
Right.
Reverse is all the way over to our left and up, and then first is down, and then second and third.
Okay, and this must be the
then
four-wheel
those
drive
are our
high and low.
Yeah, this is going to take it in and out of 4-wheel drive, and this is in high range right now. It's got a neutral, and then it's got a low range.
Right.
You can't put 2-wheel drive in low range.
Okay. And what about this little guy here?
So that's just a place that you can rest your foot.
Oh, okay.
But then the important one that you haven't seen is right up above that rest. Oh. Right there.
Let me guess. High beam, low beam?
No, that's off to your left foot is the high beam, low beam.
All right.
But to the one to the right, I thought you were going to get it. So if that's our main power on and off right there, the only thing I haven't told you how to do yet is how to start it.
Oh, that's the starter.
That's the starter button.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. That is really cool. And there's a little cubby hole here.
So it's our glove box.
Some more flags, because this vehicle doesn't have enough American flags on it.
You need the American flags.
And so was there a manual wiper arrangement as well on some of them?
They did have an optional manual wiper arrangement that went into these 2 holes right here.
And you could just...
They would hang down and just twist it as you went down the road.
And is this the horn?
That's our horn.
It's
a favorite on the Memorial Day Parade.
That is really cool. And luxury seating for 2 in the back.
Yes, it's not really air ride.
Yeah, not really air ride.
No.
All right, let's go for a spin.
I love
it. Okay, how do we start this guy up? So we turn this one on?
Turn that on. Clutch and brake at the same, so both feet.
Yep, clutch down,
yep.
Brake.
Hold that, okay. And then, okay, so.
Let me find out where the gears are. So that's neutral, that's reverse first.
Yep. Okay.
So now how do I start it? I have to take my foot off the brake?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
You got that?
Yep, into
first.
I'm
going to let this go.
Okay, you let that go.
Turn that, push.
Push.
Yeah, and you're ready to rock and roll.
We're ready to roll. Give it a bit of gas. Feel that 60 horsepower.
She's flying.
Brakes. Oh yeah, the brakes do work. They just need a bit of...
They work, you just need a little bit more planning.
Yeah. And this is the hand signals?
Yeah.
This is the indicators?
Sometimes we use finger.
Oh, your fingers?
Yeah, sometimes we have left.
Okay, here we go. up there.
Yes, sir. You did well. How's that?
Oh, look at that. Oh man, this is exciting. This feels great.
Doesn't that feel great?
I love the sound.
The sound, the air.
Takes you back to so many movies,
Yes.
doesn't it?
I'd probably do first gear, maybe.
You think I should go first?
Yeah.
All right, coming around. Oh,
You got it.
I got it.
Yep.
Slam it in there.
Yeah, she's meant for a little grind here
Ah,
and
yeah.
there.
Yeah, no synchro mesh back in those days. No.
Dear. Straight in.
There's just about an eighth of a turn of play in the steering, isn't there?
It keeps you honest.
Keeps you honest, yes. But it's surprisingly powerful.
It is. It's got a lot of torque at a low RPM.
Yep. So what's the top speed you'd be comfortable taking this vehicle along at?
45 miles an hour
Yeah.
is I am flying.
Yeah. Yes, because I don't know what we're doing now. Maybe 15 miles an hour.
Probably.
Yeah. This is about as comfortable
This
as
is
I
very
feel.
comfortable.
Yeah. I'm gonna slam her into second here.
I just find the sound of this when it drives is so unique.
Well, also it's a challenge to drive, which is what's so much fun. What makes it so much fun to drive, isn't it?
It reminds me somewhat of like a cross between a car and a tractor.
Yep. Yes, very much so. So this is truly like traveling in time, isn't it? This is really as much as you can experience.
See, they give them the wave. Give them the wave off the. See, they don't do
Yeah,
it.
he does
They
the
don't
wave.
do it. They use these things for everything. They had backhoes that they used to put on the back of these to dig trenches for their construction crews. They had plows for the front. They use these extensively in the as an ambulance.
Yep.
They would put a gurney across the front and a gurney across the back.
And the engine itself, how much maintenance do you really need to do? When you first got this vehicle,
Yeah.
what condition was it in?
It was running on 3 cylinders. One of the valves was stuck on it.
Right.
I got to admit, I took the head off. I hit the valve with a small
Yeah.
hammer, and I put the head back on with the same gasket. Didn't really use the torque wrench, and she fired right up.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I guess that's a reflection on the engine, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
That's
Very simple, basic.
That's a true battlefield fix right there, isn't it?
I wish I had it on film when I did that.
I'm going into top gear now.
Fly.
Oh, here we go.
Fly away. Cruising.
Oh, she's almost too high. I'm going to switch it back down to second. Whoa!
I hear the American flag ripping. That way I know we're at warp speed.
Yes. I like how everybody on the side of the road waves to us.
They wave.
Yeah.
They know.
This is a vehicle that brings a lot of smiles.
It really does.
Oh, what a great experience, Jim. Thank you so much for letting me drive your Jeep.
Thank you for bringing it out and sharing the Jeep experience.
Yeah, it is everything I dreamed it would be. Oh, we
See,
got it. We got
a Jeep wave.
Fantastic. All right, parking brake on.
Power switch
Power
to
switch off.
Yes.
Like that.
And I would drop it in gear.
Yep.
And I think we're fairly safe then.
Amazing. Totally amazing. Everything that I thought it would be.
I love this thing.
Yeah, I can see why.